Viewers, it was meant to be a day to assuage the sentiments of crores of Hindus. At least, that's what the Supreme Court said today when it ruled to constitute an SIT or a special investigation team led by the CBI director to investigate claims that the Laddus in Tirumala-Tirupati temple had been adulterated with beef tallow, pig fat and fish oil. The decision by the Supreme Court is a vindication for those who had gone public with laboratory reports pointing to an alleged foul act of sacrilege that has the potential to shake the belief of crores of Hindus in their religious institutions. Viewers, if you thought that finally someone was addressing your concerns and that it would turn out to be a good day, you were wrong. Instead, Hindus have been forced to contemplate a fresh assault. Yes, viewers, a fresh assault on their faith, on their constitutionally guaranteed right to practice their beliefs, their way of life, all because of what appears to be an ominous warning issued by Udhayanidhi Stalin, the Deputy Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu and the scion of the biggest Dravidian party in the state, the DMK. The warning was in the form of a terse response to Pawan Kalyan, the Deputy Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh and the Supremo of Jan Sena Party. You can see him in the middle of your screens, viewers. He's on a visit these days to the Tirupati temple, where he hopes to perform penance, indirectly referring to a gratuitous attack on Sanatana Dharma launched by Udhayanidhi Stalin last year. Pawan Kalyan vowed that till he is around, there is no force in the world that can eradicate Sanatana Dharma or the Hindu tradition, and those who are plotting to dismantle it will be destroyed. That's what he said, viewers. And let me read to you the quote. He said, and I quote, "People like you have come and gone. Don't say Sanatana Dharma is like a virus and you will destroy it. Whoever said this, let me tell you, sir, you cannot wipe out Sanatana Dharma. If anyone tries, then you will be wiped out too." Unquote. Within hours of Pawan Kalyan making the comment, the DMK scion Udhayanidhi Stalin hit back with what appeared to be like a threat. He didn't say much. He was asked to respond. Someone read out the quote of Pawan Kalyan to him, and he said, "Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see." Listen in, viewers.
Pawan Kalyan said, Sanatana Dharma cannot be wiped out. Nadu said it will be wiped out.
Okay, let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Okay, let's wait and see. Let's wait and see.
Let's wait and see, he says, when he was asked, can you respond to the assurance given by Pawan Kalyan that till he's around, Sanatana Dharma will not be wiped out. He said, let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. The remark is being construed by many to be a veiled threat because the India bloc has displayed a disturbing anti-Hindu bias in the past. A disregard so strong that it has drawn protests from sections of the Hindu community in the past. Let me walk you through, viewers, some of what has been said by the worthies of the India bloc in the past. I'll remind you of what Udhayanidhi Stalin said. That is what indirectly Pawan Kalyan was referring to. He said, Sanatana, like dengue and malaria, should be eradicated. There's a question, viewers. Would Stalin Jr. dare to say this about any other faith in the country? Think about it. So what makes him say it about the Hindu tradition, about Sanatana Dharma? Viewers, it's simple. Because you're not united. You're divided. He knows no one is going to stand up as one to challenge him. Rahul Gandhi purportedly, and this is another hard fact, refers to the January 22nd Pran Pratishtha of the Ram Temple in Ayodhya as a Nach Gana, a song and dance event, viewers. Would any leader from the Congress ever describe any other faith celebration as a Nach Gana, viewers? No, they won't. They have never. They never will. Then another DMK leader, viewers, a very senior one, came out and said, India bloc was formed to fight Sanatana Dharma. India bloc was formed to fight the Hindu tradition. Has any India bloc leader ever said that their party was formed to fight Abrahamic faiths, viewers? No, not one. In fact, viewers, they'd say the opposite, that they were formed to protect the Abrahamic faiths. Nothing wrong in that. But viewers, that same courtesy is not extended, as you can see from that remark, to people who are adherents of the Hindu tradition. Why? DMK's original affidavit in Supreme Court, let me quote that to you, says there is no historical proof for the existence of Lord Ram. Would any party in India question the existence of gods of Abrahamic faith, viewers? I challenge them. They won't. Swami Prasad Maurya, chief of the RSSP at that time, viewers, he was a leading member of the Samajwadi Party, and he said, how can Lakshmi be born with 4 hands? Every child born anywhere in the world has 2 hands, 2 legs, 2 ears, and 2 eyes. And if a child with 8 hands and 10 hands has not been born till now, how can Goddess Lakshmi be born with 4 hands, unquote? Would any political leader make any remarks to shame the physical attributes of any non-Hindu faith deity, viewers? It's a simple question. Think about it. No, they will never. Chandrasekhar, an RJD MLA, said, quote, I'm often targeted for my remarks on Ramcharitramanas, but I will continue to attack it because it contains potassium cyanide. I'm appalled at too many casteist references in the text, unquote. Would any politician dare to say this about the holy books of the Abrahamic faiths? Some of them also have, viewers, very obscurantist and quite violent quotes and quotations. Firad Hakim, TMC minister, and I quote him, there are unfortunate who are not born in Islam. We have to bring them under the fold of Islam, unquote. Doesn't this confirm that some in the NDA bloc or India bloc are concerned with the dismantling of the Hindu tradition? A few years ago, MIM chief and member of parliament from Hyderabad, Asaduddin Owaisi, had said, and I quote, Muslims will not leave India. We will live, practice our faith and die here. We will not be eliminated, unquote. No one dared to say, quote, let's wait and see, unquote, viewers, like Udhayanidhi Stalin has said. That's because there's thankfully no Islamophobia in India. But Hinduphobia? Well, judging by some statements that I have read out to you, slandering Sanatana Dharma, the deities of the Sanatana tradition, there's no conclusive answer, is there, viewers? There isn't. Ponder this. As I open this up for debate tonight, viewers, let's have a conversation with people who can illuminate us. Let me begin by asking the DMK spokesperson this evening, Mr. Dharanidharan. Thank you for joining me this evening, sir. But I want to ask you, is this statement or few words that were uttered casually by Udhayanidhi Stalin, do they constitute a threat?
Threat for what? I don't understand. I think what's the confusion?
Okay, the question was very straightforward. The question was that Pawan Kalyan has come out and said, sir, this is what was asked as you heard in that bite. The question was, Pawan Kalyan has said that you cannot wipe out Sanatana Dharma. And your leader says, we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. What does this mean? Can you explain in the context of the question? That means we'll wait and see who is going to defend it. We'll wait and see if it can't be wiped out. I'm trying to understand. I'm not inferring anything. I'm asking you.
I think it's very simple. I'm saying to you, July 1st, 2025, year 2025 is going to rain in Noida, right? And you say no, I say yes. They don't argue and you say, wait and see. What we are trying to say is, we don't want to argue with you. We have our ideology, you have your ideology. That's about it. Let's see what happens.
The question was very specific. He could have easily said.
I don't know what is the
one
confusion whole thing.
I'll tell you, Mr. Dharanidharan, because had someone turned around and said, do you think Islam will be eliminated in this country? I'm sure he would have perked up and said, no, nothing doing. I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
No, either I have to speak or you have to speak. Can I speak?
Yeah, I was asking you a question. I'm not fighting with you.
No, we have spoken umpteen number of times, right? Umpteen number of times on Sanatana Dharma. I've clearly said DMK as a party has never been against Hinduism. What we are against is inequality. Every human being is same birth on birth.
Okay.
Right? Should one human being be discriminated? So we only against this aspect of Sanatana Dharma where people are discriminated based on birth. It is there in the Sanatana Dharma version which came in the Hindu Banaras University in 1916. We have also quoted that. DMK party has also quoted that. So DMK as such is not against any religion. You tell me in a state which constitute 80% Hindus, why is DMK being elected elections after elections and BJP is failing to win even a single seat and not even getting not that many constituencies? Why? Aren't there no Hindus in Tamil Nadu? No, because we believe in equality. We do not play politics in the name of religion. The problem with BJP is that they want religion, right? We've seen it in 1940s Germany, what happened, right? That's what they wanted to use, a minority, and pit the majority against the minority. The age-old temple, 100 years old, 200 years old, right? I think people have moved beyond, which is why in 2024 they lost majority, and I don't know 2029 what is going to happen.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question, sir? Can I ask you a counter question? You said you believe in equality.
Yes.
The DMK does, right? Can you
Yes.
tell me if the places of worship of any other faith are controlled by the state? Are any churches or any Islamic religious centers controlled by the state in Tamil Nadu, sir? Yes or no?
So first tell me the
I'm asking you a question.
No.
See,
You
I'm not
first
getting
tell-
into,
no,
I'm only
I'm
asking you
asking
questions, sir.
No, you answer me.
No, you said you believe in equality, so I'm asking you, why is it that in your state, I'm asking you very point blankly, I'm asking you, sir, can you allow me to finish? See, I'm not going to speak over you, sir. I'll only ask you questions. If you don't want to answer them, the audience will judge who is evading the answer and who is asking the pertinent question. Okay, so let me ask you, sir. You said you support equality of all faiths. So I'm asking you, why don't you free Hindu temples from state control? Just like every other religion doesn't have its place of worship under state control. Number one. Number two, sir, why don't you come out and bat openly for the UCC? Why should only Hindu laws, personal laws be codified? Two questions, sir. Can you answer them?
Yes, I can. First and foremost, the temples are 1,000 years, 2,000 years old. Who will I give it to? Who are the torchbearers for these temples, right? This whole HRNC came even before the Indian independence, right?
Oh,
It
so
came
British.
The British rule.
So you want to continue the British colonial tradition?
No, don't put words in my mouth.
Okay.
I will have to complete, then viewers will decide.
Right.
I am saying the reason is the temples built 1,000 years before, 2,000 years before by kings, Chera, Cholas, Pandyas. Who's the owner? Who will be the torchbearer? Which is why the government is managing those temples using the revenue. The temples are diligently managed. I'll tell you one thing: the affiliate organization of RSS has said has warned the UP government that your temples are not very well maintained. Learn from Tamil Nadu. It is there on record. I can also show it on Twitter. So the temples in Tamil Nadu are best maintained. We have the highest number of temples per 1 lakh population. Are the temples in Tamil Nadu not properly maintained? Then you question. I'll go another example. Gujarat, where BJP is in power for the last 25 years.
I'm not talking about Gujarat. I only asked you about equality.
No, let me complete.
No, 1 second.
Let me speak. See, you are not saying. See, let me complete. 2,000 crores of temple land was given to real estate agents to build malls. You know who went to the court against the Gujarat government? VHP, the affiliate organization of BJP itself. So why is this double standard?
Sir, can I ask you a question? You're talking about double standards. I find that quite hilarious. You said, who will, let me finish. Who will control these temples you're saying? Who should we give it to? Well, sir, the Muslims in the state of Tamil Nadu run their own religious sites. Why can't you just give them back? Sir, please, don't. So you don't have an HRNC Act.
You have my friend Anand Ranganathan, we know his ideology. You have two BJP spokespersons. Amazing.
Now you're going to start getting into. Now you're going to start getting into that. Now you're going to start getting into that, sir. I also have YRCP. I have YRCP here. I have YRCP here. There are two opposition people, and there are two BJP people. That's equal. And Dr. Ranganathan is neutral. He has a point of view, just like any one of us. So now don't get into all this. You answer the question. The question is, viewers, he said. I didn't say it. He said we believe in equality. Fine. If you believe in equality, you have a problem giving your temples over to the Hindu community because you don't trust them. That's what he's implying. And then, viewers, he says it's okay, however, to let Muslims, Christians run their own affairs. But Hindus can't, you see, because Hindus one second. Because Hindus...
See, only you are speaking and not letting me speak. You are misleading. Can I speak? I need
You've
only
been
30
speaking
seconds.
for the last 12 minutes. And you are
Listen,
still complaining.
no, I'm not.
This is the height of
Okay,
stupidity
okay, let him,
and
let, no, please, let him, let's not get
complete.
personal. Let him finish.
how many
Let him
times did
finish.
you interrupt
Yes,
me?
Ms.
How many
Dharidharan,
times
finish,
did you
finish.
interrupt
Mr.
me?
Dharidharan, finish. Good points. Make your points. Make your
Are
points.
Hindu temples in Tamil Nadu being run by people of other community? No. It's been managed by HRNC and every temple has a board which is being given to the people who follow the faith.
Sir, do you have a minister for HRNC?
Yes.
Yes.
People who follow integrity.
Okay.
People who follow
Do you have a
integrity
minister?
for-
Do you have a minister?
Sorry.
Do you have a minister to run churches?
Sir, see, you don't put words in my mouth. The whole point
I'm
of-
only asking a question.
Sir, no.
You said inequality. You have a minister
You are
to
not
run
letting me
Hindu
complete.
affairs. You don't have a minister to run Christian
You answer
and
me,
Muslim
Mr.
affairs.
Who will represent the community? Is HRNC not representative?
I rest my case,
The
viewers.
HRNC
Mr. Dharanidharan is very expert
Christian
at
or
giving us
Muslim?
the answers. Okay, fair enough, sir. I understand. I understand. Okay, let's open
No,
this
you're
up.
not letting me complete.
Okay, sir, finish. Finish.
My simple question is, you give it to the Hindu community. Who is the representative of the Hindu community, boss? Are you the representative? Or is the BJP senior leader here, the former governor, is she the representative?
We'll
I am
ask.
a Hindu. Or
We'll
I am
ask
the representative.
questions.
Who is the representative? You tell me
Let
that.
me ask them. Let me
HRNC
ask them.
is the committee.
Okay, let me ask them.
It has Hindus.
Let me
HRNC
ask-
is the committee which is Hindus and they are running it. What's the problem?
Okay.
Why do you want to do religious politics here?
Ah,
Are
right.
temples in Tamil Nadu well run or not?
Viewers,
You tell me
I
that.
was given
You
to
put up
understand that
temples in
there is equality that is practiced by the DMK, and they say that we are not
How is
against
equality
Sanatan
being
Dharma.
practiced? How is it
Then I'll
possible?
quote you, viewers, Mr. Ponmudi K. What does Mr. Ponmudi K of the DMK says? Let me finish, sir, please. He says, India formed to fight Sanatana. That the India Alliance has been formed to fight. He's not saying India Alliance has been formed to fight Islam, Christianity. No, Sanatana. And there is equality, viewers, in Tamil Nadu, you see. Anyhow, let me open this up. Let me first get in Dr. Ranganathan's objective point of view. I'll bring in Sanju Verma ji, T. Soundarajan, who's of course been a governor, and she has also contested the elections. YSRCP General Secretary is also here with us. So we have a full panel. Dr. Ranganathan, what do you make of Dharanidharan Sahab's exposition tonight? That they believe in equality and they're not against Sanatan Dharma.
Good evening, Rahul, and good evening to my fellow panelists, especially to my good friend Dharani. I would need the same amount of time that you've given him in order to rebut each of his statements. But given that we don't have that much time and I want to say what I want to say,
Okay.
I'll just finish by saying that in the Madras High Court, it was the Tamil Nadu government that brought out an affidavit saying that 11,999 temples in Tamil Nadu don't even have enough money to conduct a daily puja and light a lamp. This is the Tamil Nadu government saying it. For him to say that Tamil Nadu temples are being run perfectly, he only needs to talk to Mr. T.R. Ramesh, who's an activist, who says that 6,000 crores should be the revenue from the temple land in Tamil Nadu, and Tamil Nadu government gets 58 crores, not even 1%. But let's not go there. Look, I want to concentrate on this topic because it's very important and I have something to say to this. Dharaniji, I didn't interrupt you. You talk for 10 minutes. Please. Thank you. Rahul, can I please continue?
Of course, sir. Please go ahead.
Thank you. Look, the bottom line is this. I need to be blunt here because enough is enough. If we want to save India, we have to save Hinduism. Pawan Kalyan is fighting to save Hinduism. But Rahul, he is fighting a losing battle because he is fighting alone with his hand tied behind his back. And Udhayanidhi Stalin knows this. Yes, he does. His let's wait and see remark is more perceptive than it is ominous. He knows the truth that we aren't even thinking of dismantling the constitutional apartheid against Hindus through the many acts, articles and judgments. Truth is, India is emblematic of the hypocrisy, virtue signaling, cowardly stance, and double standards of each of our four pillars of democracy, including and especially the judiciary. Let me address them one by one because it's very important. Number one, hypocrisy. Rahul, if you were to ask me the textbook definition of a banana republic, I would say that it is a republic where the Supreme Court stays silent on blatant violation of its own order. It has been more than a year since Udhayanidhi Stalin wanted to eradicate Sanatana Dharma. A year since the Tamil Nadu government has been in direct contempt of the Supreme Court order of 2023 that said the state should immediately file cases on senses of hate speech. And yet, nothing has been done either by the state or the Supreme Court. I can only infer that eradication of Hinduism, comparing it to dreadful incurable diseases, calling it a menace upon the world, is not construed as hate speech by the Supreme Court. In which case, it begs the question, why did it then so ruthlessly come down on Nupur Sharma for merely quoting Islamic scriptures and infer it to be hate speech? If this is not hypocrisy and double standards, I don't know what is. Number two, virtue signaling. The Sabrimala judgment, the animal sacrifice ban, the Dahi Handi restriction, Vedic chanting in mountains. How many examples do you need where rituals of Sanatana Dharma have been selectively targeted in the name of reforms? And when it comes to Islam, we fall over each other to overturn even Supreme Court verdicts like the Shah Bano case. Number three, cowardly stance. There already is an ideology that specifically and unambiguously directs the followers to kill, maim, and convert non-believers and all those who profess other ideologies. But does the court have the courage to ban this ideology? Four, double standards. The court says that free speech does not include hate speech. Well, who decides what is hate speech? Polytheists are the worst of creatures, 98.6. Is this hate speech? Do not take disbelievers as friends unless they convert and kill them if they refuse 489. Is this hate speech? Quote, it is not enough that we merely oppose Judaism. We should eradicate Judaism like we eradicate malaria and corona, unquote. Now I ask you, Rahul, is this statement not anti-Semitic? You'll be in fact arrested in 16 nations for saying this. But replace Judaism with Sanatana Dharma and you not only escape arrest, you celebrate the bigotry unabashedly. Rahul, Udhayanidhi Stalin uttered a shockingly anti-Hinduism statement and his subsequent clarification was utterly devoid of truth. If a BJP minister had said what Stalin did about another religion, there'll be a civil war by now. But Hindus are easy to abuse. They don't behead transgressors. Number five, finally, being a Darwinian atheist, I have no skin in the game. But this much I know, Rahul. Hinduism has survived 8 millennia because it imbibes the scientific virtues of diversity, empathy, independent thought and reform. In Hinduism, religion is an offshoot of the way of life, while in Abrahamic ideologies, way of life is an offshoot of religion. It follows that if farmer is less shackled by rigidity or by rules and diktats, so is more mutatable, celebrating diversity as followers. Just 10 seconds. As always, the source, the fountain that dictates the mutability and eagerness to change. In Hinduism, there are sects that promote and celebrate atheism, Charvaks. There are sects that reject Vedas altogether, Lingayat.
Yes.
How gloriously ironical is that? Rejecting your holy scriptures and yet being proud Hindus. Just 10 seconds. Can this happen in any other religion? Hinduism is an all-accepting, all-questioning idea. Let me be clear. 10 seconds. If we want to save India, as I said, we have to save Hinduism. But for how long can Pawan Kalyan fight alone, hands tied? For how long?
Okay, so viewers, look, another example of hypocrisy is Jallikattu was regulated, for example, by the courts. Now, are we, and what was the grounds? Cruelty to animals, right? Cruelty to animals, viewers. Are we saying that animals are not slaughtered on particular days of the year by the adherents of another faith, and doesn't that amount to cruelty, sir? Just a question. That's another example of glaring hypocrisy. But Ms. Soundarajan, I want to ask you this question tonight. You see, Mr. Udhayanidhi has said that, look, we are a majority Hindu state. And if indeed the DMK was letting down the Hindu cause, if they were against Hindus, etc., why is it that they're getting elected? Why is it that the BJP didn't make headway, even though it raised these issues? So how would you respond to Mr. Udhayanidhi on this question?
First of all, I want to mention here, the DMK spokesperson told they were not against Hindus. But I can boldly say they are against Hindus. One thing, the chief minister will wish for the celebrations of all the other religions. But he won't wish for Deepavali, Vinayagar Chaturthi or Krishna Jayanti. So I openly say very strongly they are anti-Hindus. And another thing, the chief minister will attend all the other religious programs, whether it is Christmas, whether it is Iftar, but he has not visited any temple. So they are anti-Hindus, and they say, because when we put tilak, their former leaders say, is it bleeding in the forehead? These are the things they constantly, continuously insulting the Hindu sentiments. Though they are anti-Hindu, that I can say. One
Okay.
thing. Second, as you asked,
Hmm.
the decision is not only on the sentiments, because the DMK is a stronger party. They have a long history of 75 years, and they have a double standard. They say they won't be practicing Sanatan, but all their candidates will be filing the nominations only on the auspicious time. They are competing for the auspicious time. Then I openly challenge them. Is any of their candidate nominated the nomination in an unauspicious time? So they have a double standard, but that should be exposed.
No, but why are they getting support? Why do they keep winning? That's the question.
The support is not only because of the sentiments, because they have a stronger base, they are stronger party, but now the scenario is changing. Now, during the recent parliament elections, we have attained the second position, and we are much elevated as a stronger party.
Okay, well,
but that is not the only deciding factor in Tamil Nadu.
Okay.
That is not that arrogance only.
Okay, religion is not the deciding factor. Okay, fair enough. I can understand that. Let's bring in the BJP spokesperson, the national spokesperson, also YSRCP General Secretary. Let me bring them in, Mr. Udhayanidhi. Give me 10 minutes so that I can bring the other two people in. They've also taken out time. Very busy day they've also had. Now, very quickly, I want to ask you, Sanju Verma, because, Mr. Satish Reddy is here with us. The Supreme Court, a few days ago, had some harsh words to say about Mr. Nadu, saying he's politicizing the entire Tirumala-Tirupati Laddu controversy, coming out without proof, etc., etc. Today, of course, it is ordered an SIT, which I think is a vindication, really, for the state government. But nonetheless, doesn't matter what I say, I just want to ask you, who is playing politics on this issue? Because that's the charge. Someone is playing politics. Is the BJP, etc., playing politics on the issue? Because this is what Mr. Reddy's boss today, Jagan Reddy, has come out and said.
Rahul, I have a grouse against you.
Okay.
The moment you come to the BJP, you say Sanju Verma very quickly. I, without wanting to be offensive, have this to say to you. If you call the BJP, give us time. You get me into the debate after a good 30 minutes and your 4 sentences, please can you quickly say this? I mean, you have people whom you give 10, 12, 13 minutes. I have nothing against the DMK, much less anything against Mr. Ranganathan, who's very eloquent, but either call me and give me my time or don't call me and waste my time. It's as simple as that. Now, let me make a few points because I know you will cut me barely when I'm 2 minutes into what I'm saying by saying that, I have to close and get on to another topic. You do this repeatedly for reasons best known to you. Let me make one point very, very clear. Udhayanidhi Stalin went to the Supreme Court saying his fundamental rights under Article 32 have been violated. And look at the audacity of this Deputy Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, who says that if given a chance, he would repeat what he said about Sanatana Dharma. So there was no element of remorse, there was no element of regret, not even shedding crocodile tears while comparing Sanatana Dharma to dengue, malaria, rabies, COVID, what have you. My simple point is only this. Each time Udhayanidhi Stalin or the DMK had been asked as to why are you training your guns on Sanatana Dharma alone? Why not on other Abrahamic faiths? Why not on Islam? Why not on Jainism? Why not on Buddhism? Their simple response has been this. We are not against Sanatana Dharma per se. We are against the caste hierarchy within Hinduism because we believe in equality. My question to A. Raja, one of the very senior leaders of DMK, is this. If you do not believe in caste hierarchy as you profess, why is it that for the longest time you have been contesting, sir, from the Nilgiris, which is a reserved seat for Dalits? Point number 1. Point number 2, I want to ask today, is Udhayanidhi Stalin a crypto-Christian, yes or no? The answer is yes. Is Senthil Balaji a crypto-Christian, yes or no? The answer is yes. Is YS, you did not You did not hear me interrupting you. Now please shut up. Let me finish.
One second.
I will not have
One
you
second,
interrupt me.
Sanju Verma. One second. Mr. Dharanidharan, you can respond to her, please. You can respond to her. She's making allegations. You can respond to her. She'll claim that she has facts, so you can respond to her. I'm not going to stop you, please. Yes, finish. Yes.
So let me finish.
Yeah.
A Raja, a crypto-Christian. Senthil Balaji, a crypto-Christian. The entire clan, including the Maran brothers, be it Murasoli Maran, be it his sons, Udhayanidhi Maran, Kalyan Maran, crypto-Christians, and these people have the audacity to lecture
No, so
Hindus.
one second.
I want to ask
Sanju
you
Verma,
one
where is the
question.
proof? How are you backing? What
Let
are you
me
saying?
finish.
No, can you tell
Let
me
me finish,
how you're
please.
making this? No, one second. I'm asking you a very specific question. You're saying that they're crypto-Christians. You said yes, they are. How are you presuming this? What is the proof? So I can then ask Mr. Dharanidharan to respond to that.
Can I finish? I will come to that also. I will come to that. I knew you would fact check me because, you're very quick to fact check the BJP, and I'm glad you set us to a higher benchmark than you set your other panelists to. But I will answer your question. Let me finish first. I don't want to be interrupted. I repeat, a Raja, Kanni Modi, the Maran brothers, the entire clan of N.K. Stalin, these are all practicing crypto-Christians. And I'll give proof of that. But before that, let me say one thing. On the one hand, you say you don't believe in the caste hierarchy that Hinduism supposedly professes. Then I want to ask the DMK top brass, why is it that when you go to southern Tamil Nadu, you ask votes in the name of favors?
Okay.
When you go to central Tamil Nadu, you ask for votes in the name of the Vanyar community. When you go to western Tamil Nadu, you ask for votes in the name of the Gounder community. When you go to rural Chennai, you ask for votes in the name of Dalits. When you go to Andhra Pradesh bordering areas, you ask for votes in the name of Nadars. When you go to Telangana bordering areas, you ask for votes in the name of Reddys. So caste politics is very, very much at the core of the DNA of the
crypto-Christian. On the crypto-Christian, what's the proof?
On the crypto-Christian debate, let me tell you this.
Yes.
A little over a year back, on CNN, the anchor was somebody different, but the panelist from DMK was Mr. Dharanidharan, where he has admitted when I questioned him that yes, these are crypto-Christians and they are not practicing Hindus. He's the official spokesperson of DMK who's on record saying
What's his name?
You don't need more proof than that.
What was his name?
Let him deny what he said to
what
me.
was the name? What was the name? What was the name? Do you remember the name? Do you remember the name? Sanju Verma, do you remember his name?
Whose name?
The spokesperson.
Whose name do I remember?
The DMK
I'm telling you,
spokesperson.
it was this spokesperson, Mr. Dharanidharan.
Okay, Mr. Dharanidharan, she's accusing you.
Exactly the same spokesperson.
I think if Sanjay
Dharanidharan was on a debate with me, and
Okay.
I asked him this, and
Respond.
he admitted as much.
She said you admitted.
Verma is hallucinating. I can't. See, I'm not someone who can
No,
find.
I'm not hallucinating.
Okay, fine. Look,
You
viewers,
are not able to admit
let me
because
bring
you
in
lost the house.
Mr. Reddy. He's raising his hand. Let me bring in Mr. Reddy. Let me bring in Mr.
Let
Reddy.
me complete. Let me complete.
Yeah,
I
okay.
answered-
Very quickly, 1 second, Sanju Verma, let him
I
respond.
can't answer
Yes.
her hallucinations. And last debate 1 year back, she confused with Mr. Raja and Kerala with Mr. Raja and DMK. That's her ignorance.
Okay.
And having said, I suspect Sanju Verma.
What's the response, Mr. Dharanidharan, to the question, the pointed question? What's your response? Yes, no.
I said, no, of course, Sanju Verma is a crypto-Christian.
Okay, fair enough.
Who is
Let's
she to
let
follow
that go now.
your-
Yes, okay, Mr. Reddy. Let me come to you, Mr. Reddy. Mr. Reddy, let me come to you. No, 1 second now. I'll come back to you, please.
Hindus mandated BJP to talk on behalf of
Okay.
Please take 10 seconds more.
What for? What do you want 10 seconds more for? What is the 10 seconds more? Please tell me.
Only one more
Yes.
question. Rahul,
Yes.
I have only one question for Sanju Verma.
Yeah.
Only one question.
You
Why
didn't
is
answer
that-
mine in any
For the
case.
10 seconds is only reserved
You didn't
for
answer
two
my
panelists.
questions in any case. 1 second, 1 second. I want to bring in Mr. Reddy. Please, let's show some respect for Mr. Reddy. He's also taken time out. Please. Mr. Reddy, I want to ask you, sir. The Supreme Court today has not rejected the plea. In fact, they are going ahead with a probe, prima facie, to assuage the sentiments of millions and crores of Hindus. This is a vindication for Mr. Naidu.
Please go through the comments made by the Supreme Court, Honorable Supreme Court, and whatever comments that you have raised in your channel also, everything is indicating that Supreme Court has very categorically stated, don't bring religion and deities into politics. Here it is a very clear case where Mr. Chandrababu Naidu tried to blame Jagan Mohan Reddy basing on religion.
Okay.
On an issue where Mr. Jagan Mohan Reddy is not concerned at all.
No, one second. We
No,
can't
no,
make
no,
such...
please give me time. No, please give me time. You are giving time to everybody. Please let me explain. The whole issue of these laddus, the contamination, the adulteration of ghee, all these have been started only after the allegations of Mr. Chandrababu Naidu. He is a very responsible person. He is in the seat of a chief minister, and he shouldn't talk anything without a proper evidence. There was no evidence stating that the laddus have been contaminated. There was only one issue where there was a statement by the executive officer that 2 tankers of ghee was rejected, telling that there was some vegetable fat in that.
Yes.
So basing on that, all the religious channels, all these other people try to blame Jagan Mohan Reddy for no fault of his.
Okay.
This is very bad. That is why, no, please listen. Give me some time. Don't lambast me like this and don't try to bulldoze me. Now, when there is a debate, please give me fair time. All these days you were trying to blame Jagan Mohan Reddy on this ghee issue. How is Jagan Mohan Reddy concerned with the supplies of ghee to TTD? When was the ghee supplied? The ghee was supplied on June 12th when he was not chief minister or when he was not in power. Mr. Chandrababu Naidu was in power. So how can you blame Mr. Jagan Mohan Reddy for this? Secondly, how can Chandrababu Naidu hurt the feelings of Hindus by telling that pig fallow
One second. No. On this point, sir. One second. This matter is sub judice, please. 1 second, please. This matter is sub judice. Now there is going to be an inquiry into precisely these questions that Mr. Reddy is raising, and he's right. 1 minute, please. And he's very right about one issue, viewers, that the Supreme Court did pull up Mr. Naidu for jumping the gun. Now, why he did so, he'll have to respond, and he will perhaps hope that the investigation will vindicate him. As of now, viewers, you see, I don't want to continue down this route because this is a matter which is sub judice, and none of us want to prejudice. No, 1 second, Mr. Reddy, you please appreciate. Even the Supreme Court has said, let's not bring politics into it. I don't want anyone to get influenced, especially on that team, if they're listening to TV debates, etc., etc. So let's draw a line here. Viewers, the fact of the matter is that there is a concern amongst a huge number of Hindus. Yes, ma'am. 10 seconds.
Thank you so much. Rahul, I have to say this to you. You know, apart from the debate that Mr. Dharnidharan and me were engaged in over a year back, there is a statement in December 2022. I'm quoting from an article of OP India, and Udhayanidhi Stalin has been quoted. I am proud to call myself a Christian. All the Sanghis today will be burning. He said this during addressing a gathering at Chennai's Harbour constituency, where he said, because I am somebody who's a practicing Christian, I am happy to say that I denounce Hinduism.
Okay.
And I really don't care what the Sanghis think about me.
Okay,
This
what's the
is what
source?
he has said in
What
the
is the
public
source?
domain.
What is the source, ma'am, you
This
mentioned?
is an article which has appeared in December 2022 in OP India, where they've quoted Udhayanidhi Stalin ad verbatim from his speech given at Chennai's Harbour constituency.
Okay, OP India. Okay, 1 second. Viewers, okay, fine. 1 second. Viewers, look. I'm not really interested in who's a crypto-Christian and who's not. The point here is, viewers, no, 1 second, please. The debate is something different. It's really about 1 second. People can be, we've been run, this country has been run by people who have been Sikhs, and they have done a fairly fair job of running this country. We've had presidents from different traditions and faiths. We've had chief ministers from different traditions and faiths. It's not about that, viewers. It's not about whether a S class person or a Y class person or a Z class person can run a country if their denomination is X, Y, or Z. No, viewers, it's not about that. This is about a concern amongst Hindus that there is something a little awry about the manner in which they are being treated in this country. That's really the concern. Are they getting a fair deal? You've heard the points of views, viewers. You also heard my introduction. I want to move on.